Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Okay, today I will be giving you ladies some tips. Okay, this is going to be life-changing, especially for the ladies who bleed heavy during their menstrual cycles. All right, and you haven't had anything, you haven't been successful finding a cure for it, okay, other than birth control. And we know right now, I'm seeing commercials for, what is it, Diplavera or whatever. Diplavera, y'all know the shot that that they give people as a form of birth control. I see now they saying if anybody came down with brain cancer or some kind of cancer, now all of a sudden you can get compensation. So ladies, number one, stay off that birth control. That birth control is not a method, an effective or healthy method to managing your period. Okay, I know a lot of women who just get on birth control just to lighten or get rid of their period. Okay, what I have found out, and I've been at this thing for years, like I've suffered from heavy periods since I was a young girl. Okay, I was on birth control maybe like 12 years ago, shortly after I had my daughter, and I had the some kind of, I think the IUD, some kind of copper IUD inserted into my uterus, and then I wanted to get it removed because I really didn't feel good about having something in my body that was foreign, that I didn't know what exactly it was. So I had it removed, and maybe about a couple months later I started to get my period again. Now my cycle wasn't as heavy as it was prior to me having my daughter, but it would come like maybe for the first 2 days, or maybe sometime it'd be like one day heavy and then the rest days would be really light. But it was enough to where I'd be drained, and like I have to, like, once I got rid of that birth control, it was like, and that was about when I was like 30. Okay, it was like my period exhausted me. Like, it took me out. I had this schedule, and even still I honor my period. I see it as a sacred rite and ritual. So I do honor myself during that time where I don't do much work. I take it easy, you know what I mean? And I do I don't, really do any work around my cycle time. Okay, but that initially came on because I would just be damn near exhausted, you know what I mean? Lost all my energy and blood, and it take like a whole week to build up blood cells to get back to my normal self. So during this time now, I wasn't bleeding for 5 days heavily, which prior to me having my daughter, it didn't affect me. Like, I could just get up and go. It was like nothing. I just bled heavy. I might have a little something, but it was nothing that really held me down. But once I got off that birth control, and it was only coming one or 2 days heavy, and then the rest very light, scatter, it was taking me out. Okay, and I was trying to figure out, what can I do? Eat more Brussels sprouts, trying to get more iron in my diet, eating red meat. What else was I doing? I was eating red meat, eating the vegetables high in iron. I started taking iron supplements. Ain't none of them iron supplements ever work, ever. Okay, if you ladies have had success with the iron supplements, then wonderful. But I've tried a lot of organic brands. I have tried some prescription brands too, back in the day, like 12 some odd years ago, and to no avail. Was it successful? Okay, but what I have found out, what is most effective is fasting. Okay, if you fast, okay, maybe start about a day or two before your period come, or even on the day of your period. And when I say fast, no drinking liquids. Okay, no, it's like a dry fast. No drinking and no eating. I promise you. Okay, if you especially initiated before or on your period, then that period cycle will be extremely light and it won't hold you down. Okay, you will not lose a lot of blood, and there ain't gonna be no recovery time. You'll be out here like you've been on 8 cups of coffee, still living your life and doing whatever you got to do. So if you have not tried that, ladies, I promise you, if you've been looking for a solution, this is it. Okay, fasting, no eating and no drinking, at least a day or two. Well, we'll say the day of your period or 1 to 2 days before, because that's pretty much how I came across this revelation. I had done it like a day or two before, and then when it came, it was light. And I did this happened like 2 or 3 times in the past year when I really started to get into fasting. So yes, thank me now, because this is life changing for us ladies who have been suffering with these damn heavy periods. Okay, this is the answer. Bye heavy periods. Okay, so this is just a quick message, a quick tip that I wanted to come and make sure that it was on the platform and that I put that knowledge and information out there, because not only are we losing vital energy, life force, but we're losing life too. So many women bleed out so much that I think it's like heavy bleeding is also connected to, I think, something called endometriosis. I hear a lot of women be having that. They be having cysts and stuff, so I believe that heavy bleeding is connected to that as well. So if you can stop that heavy bleeding, then you can control the energy of your wound. And remember, the energy of your wound is the creative life force energy. So you don't want your wound to be a graveyard. You don't want it to be a graveyard. You want it to produce life. A lot of women are leaving out here in their 30s and 40s, and it's connected to the wound and to those diseases that come along with the wound. So please, yes, in accordance with, bettering your diet as much as you can. You know what I mean? Because I eat clean, but I used to eat pretty clean too, and my period still would come heavy just from eating clean. It might, if I really, really ate clean and like I was on my ish, like it would come lighter. It would come lighter. But when I fast, it was like non-existence pretty much. It's really like nothing. Okay. So obviously, take care of your temple, drink your teas, drink your waters, try not to eat, as much red meats or meats, if, for now, if you have to eat meat, you eat it in moderation. You eat your greens, you drink your greens, and, organic and fruits, do your best with incorporating those things in your diet if you're going to have those other junk foods in your diet as well. And then with the fasting, I promise you will see some changes. Okay. Love you guys. Peace.